Happy Monday, everyone, and thanks so much for joining us tonight on UpNorthLive Unscripted at 6:30. I am Maya Engel, live in our digital studio here at UpNorthLive News. And gosh, what a nice way to start off the week. Saw some little bit of sunshine and some warmer temperatures. But Joe did mention that some rain is on the way. So let's bring Joe in. And Joe, who is going to be seeing some rain tonight?
Yeah, I think I'd say maybe 2/3 of the area tonight, some rain coming in. We're already seeing that near Lake Michigan and across parts of the UP. The story this week, though, Maya, off and on rain most of the week at times.
Okay.
So pretty much every day there's the chance for some rain, in particular on Wednesday as a cold front passes through. So we'll kind of take a look at that. It's going to be warm and muggy tonight, maybe for the first time at night, maybe to turn on the fan or the AC potentially tonight. It's going to feel like summer, but it is going to cool down later in the week, and we'll have more on that. And also take a look at radar to show you some of that rain coming up a little later.
Perfect. We will check in with you in a few minutes. But let's start off with our question of the day today. That is, could you walk or ride your bike to work if you wanted to? So right now, 28% say yes, 46% say no, too far, 3% say no, no easy route, and 23% say no, not safe. So if you haven't voted on our question of the day yet, you can scan that QR code on your screen now to vote. So the reason why we asked this for our question of the day is because Smart Commute Week started today in Traverse City. So the purpose of Smart Commute Week is to promote alternative forms of transportation, such as cycling, walking, taking the bus, carpooling, that sort of thing, and to educate area residents of the benefits of a smart commute. So Tart Trails, along with several local businesses in Traverse City, are actually providing some free daily breakfast to the community to kind of encourage them to get out and maybe ride your bike or walk to work. And the event kicked off this morning. This is video from that. It was at North Peak Brewery. And you can take part in the Community Cup Challenge for community members to enjoy a friendly competition to win prizes and take home a trophy. So for more on Smart Commute Week, let's bring in Jana. She is with Tart Trails. Jana, oh, sorry, I got rid of her. Hold on. There she is. Hi, Jana. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me. Glad to be here.
Yeah, so tell us a little bit about the background of Smart Commute Week. When was this started and why exactly?
So Smart Commute Week goes back many, many years, many decades. In fact, we're in its 30th year, so 3 decades of Smart Commute Week. And it started because a group of wonderful volunteers and Tart Trails affiliates decided that it was smart commuting was worth celebrating. So it's worth celebrating these multimodal and alternative forms of transportation that we have here in Traverse City. And, it was time to make a week to celebrate all of the wonderful things that come with smart commuting. And the community bought into it. And here we are 30 years later, still celebrating.
And so besides the free breakfast each day, what are some other events happening this week?
So certainly the free breakfasts are a great way to get folks out the door. There are additional sponsored activities throughout the week as well. Tomorrow on Tuesday, we'll be at Bubba's for breakfast, as well as Brick Wheels in Traverse City. And then in the evening, we're partnering with the Traverse Area District Library to show a film screening called The Streets Project. There'll also be a discussion about the film, which takes a look at pedestrian and cyclist safety in large cities and how we can improve that. So that's tomorrow, for example, what we'll have going on. There's slow rolls and group runs. There's Tri-Transit Free Day on Wednesday with our friends at Beta, and many other activities throughout the week. All the information is on our website at traversetrails.org. There's a list of all the free breakfasts and other events as well.
Perfect. And we also have a link to that on our website, UpNorthLive.com. So I know one of the goals of this week is to educate the community on the benefits of a smart commute. So this might be a little obvious for some, but what are some of those benefits?
Yeah, absolutely. So one of the big kind of no-brainers to us is the sustainability factor. So not turning on that vehicle or maybe carpooling, so using a few less vehicles or taking the bus. All of these ways of getting to your destination help offset your carbon footprint. So that's a huge benefit. We like to see that. It's also great for your mental health. The getting out in the morning for a ride or walk or hopping on the bus. We know that that's good for your mental health, and the camaraderie that we see from folks who participate in Smart Commute Week is so inspiring. And it's also, you can save on those dollars at the pump by not starting up your vehicle. And as we all know, in Traverse City this year, there is a lot of construction. So choosing to use the trails to get where you're going is a great way to detour the detours.
That's a great point. And so this event has been going on for 30 years. I'm assuming you haven't been with TART for 30 years, but so how long have you been with TART? Just curious.
I've had the pleasure of being on staff for 4 years now. So I just have a very small role in the history of Smart Commute Week, but I'm so glad to be a part of it. It's a wonderful event.
Yeah. And just in the past 4 years, have you seen this event kind of grow, or how has it changed?
Yeah, as with a lot of events, we've got an interesting arc. So in 2019, the event was more popular than ever. We had 75 teams in the Commuter Cup Challenge and hundreds of individuals show up for each of the breakfasts. And then the pandemic hit. So in 2020, our numbers went down, and we've been climbing back up to that high point. We have 60 teams registered for the challenge this year, and we saw over 200 people at breakfast this morning. So the event is climbing back to those pre-pandemic numbers of popularity and participation.
And can you talk a little more about the Commuter Cup Challenge? What exactly is that?
So the Commuter Cup Challenge is a friendly competition, though some people take it very seriously, where folks can rack up points throughout the week for smart commuting, for attending the breakfast, for attending the additional sponsored events throughout the week as well. We've got different categories based on size, and like the points are tallied throughout the week. And then on Friday morning at Oriana, we do a award ceremony, and there are trophies, as you mentioned. Very coveted. They are gorgeous. Great Lakes Stainless fabricates those for us. And we will award 4 trophies for our different sizes to the winners of each of those teams.
So even though the week already started today, could people still sign up to compete in that challenge?
You can sign up through the end of the day today, Monday, June 3rd. At that point, registration will close, but we still welcome folks to continue to be involved in the week, even if you are not part of the Commuter Cup Challenge. The free breakfasts are open and available to everybody. The events that I mentioned a few of and that are available on our website are all free to participate in as well.
Awesome. Well, Jana, is there anything else that you want people to know about Smart Commute Week?
I would just comment on the survey. I perceive distance as a barrier for my commute. So I just want to let folks know we do have smart lots set up, or park and ride lots throughout the city. There's a map to those on our website. So they're places where local businesses have allowed us to list as a location you can park your vehicle at, and then you can ride or walk or take the bus from there to your destination to make smart commuting a little bit more accessible for everybody.
That's awesome. So there you go. For those folks who voted on our poll that no, it's too far, or no, it's not safe, there are other options to still commute in a smart way.
Yeah.
Well, thanks so much, Jana, for joining us, and enjoy the rest of Smart Commute Week. Have so much fun, eat the best breakfast, and we will see you later.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. So let's take another look at our poll that Jana was just talking about and that we were just mentioning. I want to read some of the comments on our Facebook page. First of all, I'm going to see how many people have voted so far. Looks like 102 people have voted. So I would say, for me personally, I don't live too far from the station, but if you are familiar with where our station is in Traverse City, it's on M72 West. It's kind of up on a bit of a hill. So for me, I could bike to work, but going up that hill and being on M72, I don't know if it is the safest option. So I'm going to say no, not safe. I could try it, but you just never know. And so going back to what I was saying, I want to read some of these comments on our Facebook post. So let's see. Jason says, I live like 2 miles from work. I am more than able. Dee Dee says, I do it all year. I cheat. The place I work is quite literally in my backyard. That definitely makes it a little easier. Jenna says yes, except there has been 2 hit and runs in my county in under 6 months. So no. That is, a big concern. I'm sure a lot of people have. Clearly, 23% of people say it's not safe for them. Let's see. Courtney says, if I had an e-bike and work was closer, I sure would. Brian says, takes me like 40 minutes in summer to drive, so walking or riding would take forever. Let's see what Apple Maps says. Says walking would take me 13 hours and cycling would take me 3 hours. Nah, I'm good with driving. Yeah, see, it's not as realistic for everyone, depending on how close you live to your work. Tom says, yes, unfortunately, the ride home is on a very busy road after dark. Therefore, I choose to drive. I second that, Tom. Especially for me, I work the evening shift. I get out of work at 11:30. Driving down M72 at 11:30 at night, I don't know how comfortable I'd feel with that. So there are plenty of other comments. We also want to know what you feel about this. So if you want to scan the QR code to vote, please do that. And you can also comment on this stream right now or on our Facebook post. And we always read through all of the comments. But kind of switching gears now. Let me get rid of our poll, put it back up in a little bit. But believe it or not, next year is the 50th anniversary of the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. And starting next week, you can register for a month-long memorial swim from Lake Superior all the way to Detroit. So this is a story that our reporter, Daniel Zivian, was working on today. So here is Daniel.
111 miles. That's over 15 marathons. The Edmund Fitzgerald Memorial Swim begins in late July 2025, but planning a relay that long takes just as many days, if not more. The month-long rally will begin by Whitefish Point and end at a ceremony in Detroit at the Mariners Church. Pending permission from Canada, it would start over the site of the wreck.
They are actually going to be delivering, now not 26,000 tons, but they're going to be delivering some iron ore pellets from the same dock in Superior, Wisconsin, where the Edmund Fitzgerald took on its last load. Most of the 17 stages, and there will be 17 stages, average around maybe a little more than 20 miles. It'll be over a month because we're scheduling a day off between each of the 17 segments so that we can reschedule due to bad weather.
The swim is also raising money to preserve the Whitefish Point Lighthouse at the Great Lakes Shipwreck Museum, who are partnering up to produce a documentary of the swim.
What we're going to do is we're going to equip people with GoPros and you know, we'll have cell phone cameras and this and that, and we'll make it work. It's going to be a huge project to complete. But I think it's going to be something that will probably leave you in tears at the end.
We want to open it up to swimmers of all abilities who have the desire to honor the 29 mariners who perished on the 50th anniversary, and also raise funds to protect mariners in the future by preserving that very important lighthouse in Lake Superior.
In Sault Ste. Marie, Daniel Zivian, UpNorthLive News.
And registration for that opens next Monday, June 10th at 9 a.m. The Memorial Swim is next year, July 26th, 2025. And we do have more information on all of that, including how to sign up on our website, upnorthlive.com. But we're going to take a quick break right now. I will put up our question of the day in case you haven't voted on it yet. And when we come back, we will check in with Joe Charlevoix for more on what he's calling a pretty active weather week. So stick around. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Up North Live Unscripted. We're going to bring in our chief meteorologist, Joe Charlevoix now. I think his camera is being a little funky. It is such a Monday, but I think I still need to bring in his camera in order to get his audio. So I'm going to bring in Joe, and then right away, Joe, let's take your graphics and let's get rid
Can
of
you
us.
hear me?
I can hear you, yes.
All
Can you
right.
hear me?
Earth to Maya.
Yes.
Good.
I have
I
you.
don't know. Gosh, that looks like, from the 1970s. But anyway, can you see the graphics, Maya?
Yeah, I see the graphics, Joe. You're good.
Okay, good. So let's talk weather. We'll get this
Let's.
kind of going here. Look at the temperatures. It's been a warm, humid day today for much of the area. Traverse City is still 82, but if you're out on Mackinac Island right now, you need a sweatshirt. It's 58 there this evening. We do have some warm, muggy weather, and this is the first stretch of this we've really. Let's take a look at that the next few days. I'll pencil in the numbers here. So that's our dew point. And again, the higher the number is, the more moisture is in the atmosphere. And tomorrow, our dew points are going to be in the mid and upper 60s. That very muggy category. It's going to feel like it tomorrow. But then Wednesday, a cold front approaches. And so we'll start dropping down a little bit. And then look at Thursday and Friday. It's going to be a lot more refreshing. So if you're wondering, oh my gosh, how long is this humidity going to last? Not very long. We're talking, a day or two, and then we'll gradually see an improvement. Here's a look at our surface map tonight. And we have a warm front down over southern Wisconsin attached to low pressure in South Dakota tonight. That front is pushing northward, and it is bringing in a round of showers and some thunderstorms. Here's what they look like right now on radar. These are just kind of getting on shore. In fact, this band of rain is kind of falling apart as it does so. Here's the last couple hours. You can see this just getting into Ludington and Manistee, right there on Scottville, Free Soil, Custer, and then back up into Frankfort, just getting into Leelanau County over the Manitou Islands, and then approaching Beaver Island up toward Newberry, is where we do have a little bit of that rain right now. Kind of active, so we'll see a few showers and thunderstorms tonight. Nothing severe, nothing all that heavy. And then tomorrow, there will be a lot of dry time. But this is the scenario with that warm, muggy atmosphere tomorrow. We could see a pop-up thunderstorm or two tomorrow afternoon, right there. You can see that. Wednesday, well, here's the main show. This is a cold front coming in, and we are expecting some rain and thunderstorms Wednesday. And I wouldn't be surprised if we pick some spots with this. That'll be the first half of the Wednesday, and behind that, then kind of, we'll be in the backwash with some cooler weather Thursday. There's Lucy, northern Michigan there. Maybe Saturday, and then finally things drying out on Sunday. So here is what that extended forecast looks like. Tomorrow maybe a storm, but a better chance Wednesday as our front passes. Showers Thursday and Friday, highs only in the low and mid 60s. It'll be noticeably cooler and less humid by the end of the week. Each day has the chance of some showers, except some point Sunday looks dry, pretty there.
All right, Joe. Well, thank you so much. Sorry we couldn't get your face in this and your microphone was a little iffy, but you know what? We still made it work. And you can see Joe's face in his full forecast tonight on Up North Live News at 11. But we're going to take another quick break here on Up North Live Unscripted. When we come back, well, Harrison Beebe is back on the show. I know everyone was so upset on Friday when he wasn't here. So we'll check in with Harrison to see what he's working on today. Stick around. You're watching Up North Live Unscripted at 6:30. Welcome back, everyone, and thanks so much for joining us on Up North Live Unscripted on this Monday evening. Let's bring in our sports director, Harrison Beebe. He is live in the Content Center. Harrison, good to see your face again. We missed you on Friday.
Thank you so much, Maya. Happy to be back, although I'm not going to apologize for having a 3-day weekend. That was also pretty great.
I bet. We're happy for you that you took some time off. But like I said, we're happy to have you back. So what's going on today in the sports world?
Well, I want to recap the reason I was off Friday. I went to see my niece skate in a big skating event in Traverse City at Center Ice Arena. And she finished
Very cool.
first in her compulsory competition. So big
Oh my
congrats to Sophie Byrne on a big weekend on the ice.
That's
So that
amazing.
was pretty cool. But Northern Michigan as a whole, she's from downstate. She's from the Detroit area. So Northern Michigan as a whole probably wants a little more of their news and their kids mentioned. So let's go right to it. Maya, this Monday every year is always kind of, I feel like a newspaper writer. I write down a whole bunch of results on a cheat sheet, like I'm going to a high school chemistry exam. And I'm recapping the track and field state finals today because we had a whole bunch of champions and 3 teams win state titles at the track and field finals over the weekend. All 3 from the Upper Peninsula. We had Sault Ste. Marie in the Division I girls Upper Peninsula finals win a team title. The Pickford boys won the Division II team title, and the Newberry boys won a Division III team title. And amongst them, I'm going to give some shout outs here. Let's see, we had some double winners. Pickford girls had Talia Schreiber won the 1600 and the 3200 on the girls side of things at that UP Division II final. In Division III, Johnny Ingalls was our basketball player of the year for Division IV across the state. And in the Upper Peninsula finals, he won both the hurdle events for state finals as well. And Buckley's Aiden Heron, we featured her on this segment a couple weeks ago in the Jimmy John Sports Corner. She wraps up her career now with, I believe, 10 overall individual running championships. She added the 1600 and the 400 meters at the Lower Peninsula Division IV girls state finals. There's a lot because there's 7 different races, kind of a lot. You got to remember to make sure you say it correct before you say it aloud. And if you missed any of or if you want to hear your kid's name mentioned from a lot of winners over the weekend, we have a full list of our individual state champions crowned from over the weekend on our website right now. That's, of course, UpNorthLive.com.
And I'm sure you'll be talking more about this tonight at 11.
I think we can squeeze in some mentions of them. Yes, no doubt.
Awesome. Well, we'll see you then, Harrison. Thanks so much for joining us and for being back on Unscripted. We appreciate it.
Yep.
All right, we'll take one last break. And when we come back, we will look at the final results for our question of the day. Stick around. You're watching Up North Live Unscripted. Let's take one last look at our question of the day. Today was the start of Smart Commute Week in Traverse City. So we want to know, could you walk or ride your bike to work if you wanted to? Right now, looks like 46% of people say no, too far. 27% say yes, 24% say no, not safe, and 3% say no, no easy route. So thanks for voting on this. And if you haven't yet, scan that QR code on your screen right now and let us know if you could walk or ride your bike to work. Well, thank you so much for joining us on Up North Live Unscripted. I hope you enjoyed our show, and we'll see you back here tonight on Up North Live News at 11. Take care, everyone.